What's up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog, and today we're actually finally going to paint the AE86, and here's the progress so far. So I got everything primered up. I'm just waiting for it to dry now, and then I'm going to sand it down so it's nice and smooth, and then we're gonna go ahead and lay some paint on it. So I am doing it open air, so there's gonna be a lot of like little stuff that's gonna fly into it, a lot of particles, which is fine. We're just gonna have to deal with it because I didn't make a solution yet and I don't know what I want to do. So for the next paint job, I think I'm just gonna do the whole thing and just cut the holes and then get some box fans and then some filters to just filter out the air. But for now it's not that great. You can see we have a lot of stuff in the paint, and I have a tack cloth that I'll probably use to take it off first, but for now it's okay and it's actually looking decent. Some spots that I messed up on is like right here where the primer is kind of feeling weird, so I'm gonna have to sand that down a little. And then right here there's like little drips that fell. I'm gonna have to sand those down, and other than that the car's looking pretty good. There are some other things that I think is gonna show in the paint. So we didn't sand too well on some spots, and you can see like deep grooves right here. I'm 100% sure that's gonna show in the paint, but I think it's okay. We're just gonna leave it. I'll see what I could do with I'll see if I could sand it down. I sanded it down with 400 grit the whole car, and it was just a lot of work, but I couldn't get a lot of these scratches out. I think if I just kept working on it, it would have came out, but I think we're just gonna leave it. Like I said, it's not gonna be show quality, and my brother just wants it done, so we're just gonna go ahead and get it painted so that it could look better than before. But I don't think he's picky about it being like perfect or anything, so I think little scratches in the paint job, it's not going to be that big of a deal for him. But yeah, so this is where I'm at, and hopefully I could get it painted by tonight or today. I'm just gonna wait for it to flash and then start the paint job. So yep, it's gonna be waiting for a little bit. It's pretty much dry already, but I don't think it's ready to be sanded down yet, so I'm gonna wait about maybe another 30 minutes to an hour, and then we'll go from there. So I'm not gonna show you guys the painting because I don't want overspray on this camera, but I'll show you guys every step that I do. So this is gonna be pretty much the first step here. I sanded it all day yesterday, Saturday, and then today, this morning, I sanded again to get everything ready. And even then the paint job wasn't ready yet. So, and it is so much work, and that's why people charge so much for paint jobs. But yeah, hopefully the little scratches aren't too big of a deal. This color is gonna be bright, so and it's gonna be silver, so I don't think little scratches in the paint job is gonna make that big of a difference. You might not even be able to really tell unless you look really close, but for sure this is going to be a 10-footer anyways, so it's going to be okay. And I don't know, I really want to go back down and fix it, but I want to just get this car painted, so I think we're just going to leave it like that, and then we'll see how it turns out. So yeah, see you guys in a bit. Alright, so I got the car sanded down and cleaned it up already. I tack clothed it, so it should be ready to go. This part came out alright. We'll see how it turns out. It has like little bumps, but overall should be good to go. So yeah, I'm all suited up and gonna start painting. It's pretty hot right now, so I'm sweating like crazy already, but hopefully it doesn't take too long. The car is pretty small and we're not painting a lot of panels, so hopefully we get it done. But like I said, I'll show you guys after I lay down the base coat, and then we'll go from there. So the first coat is on, and it's actually laying down pretty good. Like I said though, you'll see these scratches that I didn't sand good enough, but should be okay. One other issue is this right here. The hose hit the car. There's not enough room here, so, and it's my first time spraying, so I made a mistake and I hit the hose onto the car, but it's okay. We're gonna leave that and just leave it the way it is. I know it looks ugly, but I don't want to touch it because it's just gonna make it worse. But so far it's laying down really well, and this paint is really nice. You can see here. So second coat, I'm gonna go a little heavier, and I might just do 2 coats, but I'm not really sure yet. But we'll see if I could but we'll see. We'll see. I may do a 3rd coat if there's not enough coverage, but so far seems pretty good. And I just have an N95 with a little breather, and I put this at the bottom too because I couldn't find a respirator, and I know that's kind of bad, but hopefully it's not too bad for me. But I couldn't find one, so this is the best I could do, and I'm just gonna deal with it. So I'm not staying in here when it gets real fumy, and I'm taking my time so that if it gets too fumy in here, I'm just gonna walk out for a bit because I don't want to breathe in this substance. So, but overall it's really good. Really happy with how it's turning out. Not too much particles or bugs in here, which I'm happy about. So I'm gonna try to do it real quick and try to get it done, because I think once it gets a little cooler, the bugs are gonna start coming. So yeah, let's go ahead and put on a 2nd coat, lay it down, and then we'll see. We'll go from there. Alright guys, it's the next day, and sorry I didn't record much. I didn't even record me spraying at all, but like I said, I didn't want overspray on the camera lens because there was overspray everywhere, and I'm gonna definitely have to get a respirator because I was kind of breathing some of it in, and I don't think that's good for me at all. So but the car is finally finished, but I have some very bad news. This really sucks. It's kind of my own fault, but yeah, this is the car, and are you guys ready for it? Here you go. So it came out okay. I'm thinking I'm gonna need a better gun because the Harbor Freight one obviously doesn't really atomize that well, and then my regulator wasn't regulating at all. It just kept jumping back and forth. I had to do a lot of adjustments, and then I was running out of time. So at the end, on my last clear coat, I started kind of spraying in the dark, and then kind of did some of this right here. So I got some drippage, which really sucks. It's still kind of tacky, and I use a really slow reducer. I think next time in this heat I should use something a little faster, maybe like not ultra fast reducer, but maybe like medium or something, because it was kind of humid and it's kind of hot. So I think a faster reducer would work better actually for this type of weather condition. And then I got this right here. I don't know how. It might have been when I removed the tape, but I don't remember it doing that at all. But you can see here. So I'm thinking that I could just touch it up and you won't really notice it. But here's the paint job. Can't really see my reflection that well because there is a lot of orange peel. But overall, the car looks kind of decent. And there's definitely no room in here. I made a big mistake here too, where, see, I could barely walk through, but I hit the hose on this fender. So now there's this right here, but you know, it's okay. I'm gonna have to resand this stuff down, and I think we're gonna do like a 3000 grit sanding on this car. And then the trunk turned out okay. I think it's kind of the better spot of the car, the back here. And on this side right here, you can actually kind of see my reflection a little bit. So I think with a little bit of sanding and buffing and polishing, I think the paint will turn out kind of decent. But you can see the roof looks pretty decent. There is, like I said, a lot of orange peel, a lot of particle and debris in the paint, which is which was expected. Which was expected because I painted without any like filter system within my air system, so it's just open up. But here's this side right here. I got a little bit of drippage here too. You can see here, and there's nothing I could do about it right now. I have to let the paint cure for at least 3 or 4 days. It's gonna be super hot this whole week, so I'm thinking of just letting it cure for a week and then addressing the paint. And uh, I saw this guy a while back where he did a technique where he actually put some Bondo on here, and then you sand it down with the Bondo. That way you don't hit these low spots. It kind of fills in the low spots, and then once you're done with the high spots, you'll be with the paint again, and that's when you could kind of just feather it out with it. And then that's it. So yeah, this side you could kind of see my reflection. Like I said, it's not the best paint job. It is my first real paint job ever, so I think it turned out all right for what I had. It's just like basic stuff. It's not nice tools or anything. So I'm thinking for the next paint job that I do on my car, I'm gonna go ahead and buy a better gun. And then here is the biggest issue. I came home super excited to kind of see how the paint would dry up and kind of look like, and it was kind of my fault because I didn't really think anything of it. But I closed this door here last night because I thought it would be better to kind of have the car bake in the heat, kind of like an oven here. But I didn't but I forgot that it's windy, and so it pushes this door right here, and this is what happened. So you can see here the door touched the paint job and it ruined it completely. I don't know when, but last night you can see it's pretty much dry already. It's not gonna be wet anymore, but I think it ruined it last night right when I closed it. I'm so mad at myself, but it's okay. Just gonna go ahead and sand it anyway, sand it down. I'm thinking that we could just feather it, so maybe if I sand from here on up and then I paint it and then gloss it again. But I don't know, this paint's kind of metallic-y, so I don't know if the base coat will actually lay nicely if I do it two separate spots. I know metallics are kind of picky when it comes to stuff like that. It usually has to be painted in uniform, so but we'll see. It doesn't seem too metallic-y or too bad. It's pretty much just like a regular silver too, so might be able to get away with doing that. I really don't want to sand this hood no more. It's been such a pain in the butt to just sand this whole car down. And but you can see the hood, it's actually pretty good now. It's not as wavy as I thought it would be, and it's actually pretty straight for my type of work. So you can see it's pretty straight here. But yeah, this is so upsetting. I was so sad when I got home, guys. This is a horrible, man. I wish it was just, all the little issues with the paint job I could have dealt with, but I just really don't want to sand this hood again. And it really sucks that this door did that. So the next time I'm just gonna leave the door open and hope for the best with that. But it's okay. You live and learn, right? And this tent kind of sucks. It's not wide enough, so I'm thinking that I'm gonna have to get something a little bigger, or maybe make my own something. I think we could probably extend it by just like extending these poles or something like that, but I don't know. We could figure something out, or maybe if I just move this car to the right a little. But yeah, this is the paint. It sucks, super messed up. And I could deal with drips because you could just sand those down. Even these tiger stripings or zebra striping on the clear coat, you could kind of sand that down and feather it out. But man, you just can't do anything about the whole paint job being ruined. This right here was very upsetting because it's pretty much in a spot where it sucks too. But this might be easier to touch up. I think I could just kind of sand it down a little and then just kind of hit it with some paint, and it should be okay to go there. I don't think you'll notice it too much once I touch it up. But yeah, this is the paint job. It's pretty bad. It's actually really bad. But I don't know. I would say 3 out of 10. If this wasn't messed up, it'll probably be a 5 out of 10 paint job. Very mediocre, but came out like semi decent. So hopefully I get better in time, and I don't know, I'm thinking that once I sand it down though and polish it, it should turn out maybe a 7 out of 10, and it's definitely not going to be a perfect paint job, but at least it could be kind of salvageable and kind of look decent. But at least it's just the hood. I'll be more upset if like the whole thing all banged up, but the hood's not too bad. So just gonna sand it with 400 grit again, get everything nice and smooth, pretty much blast the whole hood with 400 grit again, and then just go ahead and repaint it. I have to paint the side skirts anyways, so I'm gonna have to sand those down and get those ready for paint. So actually a cup of paint might be perfect for the hood and the side skirts together, so that should be fine, and that will only take like maybe like 30 minutes once I get it painted. So not too bad, and just roll with the punches and just deal with the issues on hand, so it's okay. But yeah, so now it's time to get the side skirts ready for paint. I'm gonna do that off camera, wait for this for a week, so we won't probably see this car for like another week or so, because I have to just get it ready for sanding and polishing, and then get that ready for paint again. And sorry, it's gonna be a long talking video, not really showing much, but yep, that's pretty much it for the 86, guys. Gonna be waiting for a couple of days, let the paint fully cure. It's still a little bit tacky, so we're gonna have to wait for that. And then my wheels here, I'm gonna get them mounted, the tires mounted, but the tire shop that I want to go to, they only open during the weekdays, which is a little bit weird because most people are busy during the weekends, or most people are free during the weekends, so it's kind of weird that they close like Saturday and Sunday. So gonna have to actually take it with me to work, and then right after that try to head out to the tire shop. And luckily the tire shop is pretty close to where I work, so I should make it on time. I think they close around 6, but I'm out by 4, so I'll probably take out the wheels today, just leave my car on jack stands, and then go ahead and just try to mount the tires tomorrow. And then I have my like super ghetto exhaust that I have. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on too, so I probably won't make that video until I actually get my wheels done and mounted. And then I'm not gonna show you guys me taking out the wheels. You guys know how that looks like already. So yeah, this might be it for this vlog. I know it's kind of crappy, all of my results are always crappy, so it's okay, we'll get better in time, right? And I guess it's good content to kind of have all this crazy stuff going on. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's get that paint job looking better, and hopefully I get better at spraying in the future. After all this spraying, I'm kind of thinking about wrapping my cars, but I just don't like wrap too much. It doesn't last long, and with my cars being out in the elements all the time, I don't think my wrapping will last long at all. But I do kind of want to dip my toes into wrapping and try that out. But yeah, it's all right. I want to get better at painting because I love paint jobs more, and so let's go ahead and try to get better at that. So I'll see you guys in the next vlog, and thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate everybody watching, and if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, peace.